Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Modding Madness. As you may recall, in the last episode I was introducing you to the Commodore CBM 8032 and showing you what we are going to do with a 40-euro PC. We bought it as a piece of junk actually. It wasn't all working on eBay and we had to take or get rid of certain parts. For instance, of course, the hardware inside, the keyboard. The keyboard was a no-go from the beginning because it doesn't have any F keys, it doesn't have any arrow keys, it didn't have any number keys. And of course we want to bring it up to date with modern state-of-the-art hardware. We're in cahoots with NVIDIA for this one, so thank you to NVIDIA and to GeForce Garage as well, and for the GeForce RTX 2080 graphics card which they sent us. This is going to be actually in the hood. I'm going to put the graphics card in the hood because, as you may recall, before flat screens came around, we had CRT monitors, and of course I had to get rid of the CRT monitor, but I wanted to keep that convex, concave glass front. So what we did was, got rid of the vacuum first of all, and then I used a side grinder to open it all up. I cut off all the surplus parts which we don't need, got rid of them. I've stuck in a flat screen, and so the front of it is still a concave monitor, as you can see. So we'll preserve that old nostalgic look. What I did have to do was I had to fill it up with resin and wait for about 2 to 3 days that the resin had hardened, so that on the inside it's flat, because it's concave, of course, and that would not have worked. So that worked out very well though, and now we have all this space in the hood, which we're going to use in this case for the graphics card, because it's actually all about the graphics card here. Now I put this graphics card will be inside here later on, and then from the back of the hood you will be able to see it, because I'm still working on it, but this is basically what the back of the hood is going to look like. This is also going to be beige, just like the hood itself. And we're going to have, of course, some mesh inside. And when it's all painted up, then it's going to look not bad, I think. What else can I show you? Yeah, then we have the keyboard, of course. I think I showed it to you in the last episode. The keyboard is now, it has all the buttons and all the keys which you would expect from a modern keyboard. Before we did not have any, like I said, no F buttons. We didn't have any F keys, we didn't have any arrow keys. Of course you didn't have the Windows keys because you didn't have them in those days. And we didn't have any, we didn't have a number pad either. I made a small opening here as well so that you can actually look inside when the hardware is lit up a little bit, and you can see that. This opening here is for the sound. This model of the CBM 8032 is actually going to have 2 loudspeakers as well, which will be fit inside here, and they will be hidden behind this panel which I've made. Certain parts are already finished, as you can see, and when they're behind that panel, then here I will have the 5¼ inch drive cover, which has a switch on it as well. And now I'll open it up and show you what it's going to look like on the inside, because on the outside it's pretty much going to be the same. There's not going to be such a big difference, except for in the back you will be able to see that it has a modern graphics card. And usually when you would open it up like this and you pull out this rod, then you would see the old PC. But in this case what you will see is it's not exactly finished yet. Got all these dreadlocks all over the place. This is the PCI riser cable which goes to the motherboard here. I've started covering up the wires and things. As you can see, I'm still making panels like this one. This is going to be on the side. This panel is more or less finished. We've got a fan here which is sucking in cool air from the bottom. We've got a water-cooled CPU cooler, and the radiator is here with a fan sucking up and blowing up, so there's 2 fans there. We got the Seasonic power supply hidden back there. Here I'm making a cover, it's not finished yet. There's going to be green LEDs in the back of this so that you can see the GeForce RTX logo, and that's going to be more or less stashed for all the wires, because there's going to be a lot of wires which have to move with the case when I open it like this. Otherwise, yeah, when you actually want to open up the computer to have a quick look inside, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do any screwing, you don't have to turn any knobs or anything. You just pick up that rod, put it like that, and when all that hardware is fitted in, it still works, even though it's open. So I like that actually. They don't build them like that anymore. So it'll take me maybe another 2 or 3 days, I guess, and then I'll have paint on it as well. So then we can actually start assembling it all, and that's when it really gets interesting, when you expect that you see some green or some Bernstein monitor when you turn it on, but then you get full HD, and you get, yeah, whatever game you want to play. So do tune in for the next episode of Modding Madness, and I hope you're curious to see how it carries on from here. Okay, bye-bye, see ya.